Topping the news this morning, after 7 years, the Marilyn Monroe statue is officially back. There she is. She was unveiled yesterday around 7 o'clock in downtown Palm Springs. The city threw a party to welcome her back with live music and city officials. Several residents and business owners came out to celebrate, but they were met with these protesters who dislike the statue's location and say it objectifies an icon. We spoke to people on both sides of the issue at the ceremony. Here's what they had to say.
I am here protesting misogyny, like Mr. right here on the right side, who want to silence women. We do not want silenced women. Misogyny has got to stop.
They selected this only because they lost the case and they don't want this area being used. Has nothing to do with rights, has nothing to do with Marilyn.
Hundreds of people were out there and stayed past the unveiling with signs and chants. In April, a judge denied a motion from the protesters that sought to block the statue's placement. A status hearing in this case is scheduled for July 20th.
We saw just the controversy surrounding the statue, but how did we get to this? When the Marilyn statue first came to Palm Springs, it was celebrated as both an art piece and a tourist attraction. Our Nico Payne takes a look back on the history of the statue and why it's become such a hot topic today.
The iconic Marilyn Monroe statue is set to return to downtown Palm Springs. This scene shot back in 1955 is what the statue is modeled after. But it's also stirring up some controversy.
They've been showing some pictures of how you might come out of the museum and just be looking at her butt. It's just, you know, it's just not right.
The original location for the statue is only 100 steps away from the new proposed location. So we don't understand why the city at the last minute switched and stifled community feedback about the placement of the statue.
The statue was on loan from artist Seward Johnson from 2012 to 2014. The chairman of PS Resorts, Aptiv Data, made a promise the day she left to bring her back.
She was the catalyst that really jump-started our hospitality and tourism economy to bring her back. And this time, if you're going to bring her back home, forever.
Some downtown Palm Springs business owners are excited to see a boost in business.
I love the tourist draw. There were lines all the time. Everybody wanted to take their picture with her.
We're happy. It's right across the street, so we should have a lot of people coming down to check it out. And we can't wait to see the people, and Marilyn's finally home.
And tourists and residents alike also ready to see the statue return.
We'd always get pictures with my son every year as he grew taller, getting up closer toward Marilyn. And this year she's not here, so that's sad. I think she needs to come back.
It's such an iconic picture of her, or, you know, display of her.
But amid all the enthusiasm, some groups aren't happy to see the sculpture back in the desert, specifically the placement on Museum Way.
The museum does not want the statue in front of it. The Palm Springs Modern Committee does not want the statue in front of the museum. And there are many, many business owners in the Uptown Design District, where my business is, that do not want the statue in front of Museum Way either.
But as the statue makes its official return and the controversy continues to linger, officials say it's time to move forward.
It's time for this community to be united rather than divided.
Nico Payne, NBC Palm Springs.